Good morning, fellas. Let's talk about something you probably do every single day without even thinking twice. Breakfast. You get up, shuffle into the kitchen, pour that bowl of cereal, butter some toast, maybe sip a bit of orange juice, and think, yep, starting the day off right. But what if I told you that first bite, the very thing you think is helping you stay energized, is actually setting you up for sluggish blood flow, weaker muscles, and a slow decline in the one area of your health you never want to lose? I'm talking about your performance. Yes, that kind of performance. This isn't fear-mongering. This is real talk. There's a quiet epidemic happening right at the breakfast table. And for millions of men over 60, it's sabotaging their vitality before the day even begins. Stick with me, because today we're going to break it all down. What to ditch, what to replace it with, and how to build a breakfast that supports your strength, your stamina, and your confidence without pills, without gimmicks, and without giving up flavor. Let's get into it. We've been told for decades that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and I still believe that. But here's the catch. The wrong breakfast is worse than no breakfast at all. Here's what I see in real life. Guys starting their morning with toast, sugary cereal, or low-fat yogurt thinking they're making a smart choice. But these options are often loaded with hidden sugars, refined carbs, and empty calories that do one dangerous thing. They inflame your blood vessels. And when your blood vessels aren't working right, guess what suffers first? Your circulation, especially down there. Your body depends on something called nitric oxide to keep your blood vessels open and flexible. But when you flood your system with sugar and starch right out the gate, you reduce nitric oxide production and set off inflammation that stiffens those vessels. It's like start your engine with no oil. It'll sputter, strain, and eventually stall. Your body needs fuel, yes, but it needs the right kind of fuel to perform. Now, I know what you're thinking. Spinach? For breakfast? Yep, and I get it. Most guys don't dream of a leafy green smoothie first thing in the morning. But hear me out. Spinach is one of nature's most powerful nitrate-rich foods. What's that mean? In plain English, it feeds your blood vessels the exact nutrients they need to open up and keep blood flowing smoothly to all the right places. It supports something called the nitrite-nitric oxide pathway. You probably heard of nitric oxide in those performance supplements at the health store, but your body can make its own naturally with the right fuel. And spinach? 1 cup packs over 800 milligrams of natural nitrates. That's a game changer. I had a client, Robert, 62, who felt like his legs were heavy bricks and admitted that things in the bedroom were, well, underwhelming. He swapped out his morning toast for a spinach-based smoothie. Within 2 weeks, he told me he felt lighter, more energized, and recharged in every sense. Let's move on to something creamier and, frankly, tastier. Greek yogurt with berries. Not only is this combo delicious, but it's also a gut health powerhouse. And your gut, it's more important for your circulation than you probably realize. Here's why. 70% of your immune system sits in your gut. When it's inflamed or imbalanced, it sends out signals that constrict blood vessels and lower nitric oxide production. That sluggish, foggy, heavy feeling often starts in the gut. Greek yogurt is packed with probiotics that calm that inflammation, which in turn helps your body use dietary nitrates more efficiently. So if you pair Greek yogurt after that spinach smoothie, you're compounding the benefits. Now let's talk about those berries, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. These colorful fruits are loaded with anthocyanins. They're like tiny guardians that protect your blood vessels, preserve nitric oxide, and even lower blood pressure. One of my viewers, Martin, 64, told me he couldn't make it past the afternoon without feeling like he needed a nap. I told him, ditch the toast, grab some Greek yogurt, and toss in a cup of mixed berries. 2 weeks later, that afternoon crash, gone. And he said he even felt more alert and focused when chasing his grandkids around. Let's talk about that green fruit that's finally getting the credit it deserves. Avocado. And no, it's not just for trendy cafes and Instagram influencers. Half an avocado in the morning can do wonders for your blood vessels, your energy, and yes, your stamina. It's packed with monounsaturated fats, potassium, and vitamin E, all of which help support healthy arteries and flexible blood vessels. But it's more than just heart health. The healthy fats in avocado actually help your body absorb other nutrients better, like the polyphenol in berries or the flavonols in dark chocolate, which we'll talk about in a second. Frank, 59, thought it was a joke when I told him to add avocado to his breakfast. He tried it anyway, mashed on a slice of whole grain toast with lemon juice and a pinch of salt. Within 10 days, he reported better stamina, smoother energy, and more motivation to take his morning walks. Now for something surprising. Let's talk about chocolate. Specifically, dark chocolate, 70% cacao or higher. Most people think chocolate is a guilty pleasure, but high-quality dark chocolate is loaded with flavonols, plant compounds that boost nitric oxide, improve blood flow, and enhance your mood. No, this isn't permission to eat candy for breakfast, but a small square or two of the good stuff that can absolutely work in your favor. William, 63, described his mornings as waking up in a fog with stiff legs and no energy. He added 2 squares of dark chocolate to his morning coffee. Just 1 week later, he felt sharper, clearer, and said his energy felt like a slow sunrise instead of cloudy sky. It's not magic. It's chemistry backed by science. Studies show that dark chocolate can improve arterial function within hours. It supports circulation from the inside out. Plus, it tastes amazing. Next up, the royal treatment. Pomegranate juice. This fruit has been treasured since ancient times for strength and stamina, and modern science now shows why. Pomegranate is loaded with polyphenol, compounds that work directly on your blood vessels to reduce inflammation, support nitric oxide, and improve flow. But what makes pomegranate unique is how fast it works. Studies show that just 4 ounces of pure pomegranate juice can boost blood vessel function within hours. And taken daily, it creates a lasting effect that supports circulation long-term. Edward, 68, started every morning with cold feet and low energy. I suggested he try 4 ounces of pomegranate juice first thing in the morning. 3 weeks later, he told me his hands were warm again, his feet no longer felt like ice, and his energy returned. And yes, he winked and said things in the bedroom felt more like his younger days. Now here's where it gets really interesting. These foods, spinach, yogurt with berries, avocado, dark chocolate, and pomegranate juice, they don't just work well on their own. They work even better together. It's called food synergy, and it means that when you combine the right nutrients, you magnify the benefits. Think of it like a jazz band. Each player is good on their own, but together, that music sings. Spinach delivers the nitrates. Berries protect nitric oxide. Yogurt calms inflammation so the nutrients are absorbed better. Avocado boosts fat-soluble vitamin absorption. And dark chocolate ties it all together with increased vessel flexibility. You're not just giving your body one tool, you're handing it a whole toolbox. Your blood flow responds, your energy improves, and your confidence gets a serious lift. Now, I want you to imagine waking up tomorrow not groaning out of bed, but feeling light on your feet. Imagine getting through the afternoon without that dragging fatigue or numbness. Imagine feeling reconnected to your body again, like it's working with you, not against you. That's not fantasy. That's biology working in your favor. So here's what I want you to do. Pick one of these foods. Just one. Add it to your breakfast tomorrow. Then pick another next week. Keep building one bite at a time. And in part 2 of this series, we're going even deeper. I'll reveal 3 major breakfast mistakes most men over 60 are still making every morning. And the simple swaps that can change everything. You don't want to miss it. Tap that like button if this resonated. Comment, I'm in, if you're ready to take control of your morning routine. And don't forget to subscribe, because you're not just watching a video. You're joining a movement to reclaim strength, energy, and confidence, one meal at a time. Welcome back. In part 1, we broke down 5 powerhouse foods that can completely shift your morning routine, restore blood flow, and bring energy back to your body, especially where it matters most. But here's the hard truth. Even if you add the right foods, you won't feel the full benefit unless you stop doing the things that are quietly undoing your progress. That's why in this part, we're going to dig into the 3 biggest breakfast mistakes most men over 60 still make. And the good news? Each of them can be fixed fast. Let's start with the most common one. Mistake number 1, the healthy breakfast trap. How many times have you reached for something labeled heart healthy, low fat, or whole grain and felt proud about it? That little health badge on the box doesn't always mean what you think it does. The trap here is this. Many so-called healthy breakfast staples, like bran cereal, flavored oatmeal, or even granola, are packed with sugar, artificial additives, or refined grains that destroy your nitric oxide levels before your day even starts. I had a guy, Paul, 65, who told me he ate oatmeal religiously every morning. But when we looked at the label, his favorite brand had 18 grams of sugar per serving, almost as much as a candy bar. Sugar first thing in the morning spikes your insulin, stresses your blood vessels, and crashes your energy by mid-morning. More importantly, it kills nitric oxide, the very compound you need for good blood flow and circulation. Here's the fix. Choose old-fashioned unsweetened oats and top them with real food, like blueberries, a spoonful of Greek yogurt, or crushed walnuts. No sugar bombs. No artificial ingredients. Just pure fuel that supports your system. Swap sugary cereal for a smoothie made with spinach, banana, and Greek yogurt. It tastes great and works with your biology, not against it. Mistake number 2, skipping breakfast altogether. I get it. You're busy, not hungry in the morning. Or maybe you've heard that intermittent fasting is the magic bullet. But here's the catch, especially for men over 60. Your body has different needs now. You don't produce nitric oxide as efficiently. Your testosterone levels aren't what they used to be. You need support early in the day, not just fuel. When you skip breakfast, you miss the critical window to restore circulation after a night of reduced blood flow. You start the day with stiff vessels, cold extremities, and a sluggish metabolism that never fully wakes up. Tom, 69, was skipping breakfast entirely, just coffee and go. He complained about brain fog, low stamina, and the feeling of dragging his body around all day. I told him, give me 1 week. Just 1 week of breakfast with healthy fats, greens, and protein. He made a spinach and avocado smoothie each morning. In 5 days, his alertness improved. His legs stopped feeling like anchors. And his mood, he said, was way better. He was more patient, more focused, and, well, more fun to be around. Skipping breakfast might work for some 20-something bodybuilders. But for mature men looking to maintain energy, vascular health, and intimacy, eating the right breakfast is mission critical. Mistake number 3, relying on caffeine to carry the morning. Now, don't get me wrong. I love a good cup of coffee. Caffeine has its place. It boosts alertness and can even enhance nitric oxide slightly. But here's where most guys go wrong. They drink coffee on an empty stomach, then skip food until lunch. This is like pouring gasoline on a dry engine. Sure, it'll spark, but it's going to do more harm than good long-term. Caffeine alone spikes cortisol, your stress hormone, that suppresses nitric oxide, tightens blood vessels, and ironically decreases blood flow to your brain, heart, and yes, your pelvic region. What starts as just coffee becomes a slow drain on your circulation, energy, and even mood. Here's the fix. Pair your coffee with fat and flavonoids. A square of dark chocolate, a slice of whole grain toast with avocado, or a smoothie with Greek yogurt and berries. These additions regulate the caffeine hit, support nitric oxide, and keep your blood flow steady instead of spiking and crashing. Let's shift into strategy mode. Now that we know what not to do, how do we build a simple, sustainable morning routine that supports blood flow, fights fatigue, and actually makes you feel good? It doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. Here's what I call the morning flow protocol. It's a simple 3-step plan. Step 1, prime with produce. Your first move, give your blood vessels what they're craving. That means nitrates from spinach, polyphenol from pomegranate, and antioxidants from berries. This primes your nitric oxide production and supports circulation. Think smoothie with spinach, berries, Greek yogurt, or oatmeal with blueberries and a side of pomegranate juice. Step 2, fortify with healthy fats. Add half an avocado, some crushed walnuts, or a tablespoon of chia seeds. These healthy fats do 2 things. They boost nutrient absorption and stabilize blood sugar. This helps you avoid that mid-morning crash. Avocado toast with lemon? Yes. Full-fat Greek yogurt? Yes. Even a spoonful of almond butter in your smoothie works wonders. Step 3, power with polyphenol. This is where you bring in dark chocolate. Yes, even in the morning, or green tea or pomegranate juice. These foods protect nitric oxide and reduce inflammation, helping blood flow reach your extremities, hands, feet, and yes, everything in between. Just 2 squares of 70% dark chocolate alongside your coffee can be the difference between feeling sluggish or feeling steady and sharp. Together, these 3 steps form a complete foundation. And the best part? You don't have to follow it perfectly every day. You just need to be consistent most days. I've seen men in their 70s and even 80s bring their energy, confidence, and clarity back to life with this morning approach. You may be wondering, how long does it take to feel results? Here's the truth. Some men notice a difference in circulation, mood, or stamina in just 3 to 5 days. Others take 2 to 3 weeks for the body to fully adapt. The key is not to chase perfection. Just stick with it. James, 71, was a skeptic. He'd tried diets, supplements, even prescriptions. Nothing stuck. But when he gave this approach a shot, smoothie, avocado, chocolate, and pomegranate juice, everything started shifting. He told me, I feel like I got 10 years back. Not because he found some miracle, but because he gave his body the ingredients it needed to do what it's designed to do. Now, let me be real with you. No one food or breakfast will solve everything overnight. But what you eat every single morning sets the tone for how your body performs, thinks, and feels the rest of the day. That means your breakfast is more than just fuel. It's your daily dose of medicine. Or poison, depending on what you choose. So I'm challenging you, starting tomorrow morning, to take control. Not through restriction or shame, but through awareness and smart choices. Try this. Write down your current breakfast. Then ask, does it support blood flow? Does it calm inflammation? Does it nourish my nitric oxide production? If the answer is no, you don't need to feel guilty. You just need to start changing one swap at a time. Replace sugary cereal with Greek yogurt and berries. Replace toast with avocado and spinach. Replace skipping breakfast with a smoothie that feeds your system. And as you begin to feel the difference in your legs, your energy, your performance, you'll realize this isn't just breakfast, it's empowerment. In Part 3, we'll talk about how to turn these food habits into a lifestyle that protects your circulation for years to come, and the one mindset shift that makes all the difference between real results and giving up too soon. Until then, if this video helped, drop a comment below that says, I'm starting tomorrow. I'll be reading them. Your story might help another man take his first step too. You've got this. Welcome to the final chapter in our journey to restoring your circulation, strength, and confidence, starting with breakfast. So far, we've explored the power of spinach, avocado, dark chocolate, berries, pomegranate juice, and the silent mistakes most men make before 9 a.m. Now, it's time to tie it all together into a system. Something sustainable, something real, that fits your life and works for your body over time. Let's be honest. The hardest part isn't knowing what to do. It's doing it consistently, especially when no one's watching. That's why this last piece is about something bigger than food. Mindset. What separates the men who reclaim their energy and vitality in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, from the men who give up and settle? It's not youth, not luck, not genetics. It's identity. Let me explain. You see, most men reach a point where they quietly decide that decline is inevitable, that energy fading, strength slipping, and intimacy disappearing is just part of getting older. They buy into this unspoken story that says, you're past your prime. Just take it easy. But the truth? You don't lose energy because you age. You lose energy because you stop doing the things that gave you energy in the first place. And that begins every single morning with what you put on your plate, how you treat your body, and what kind of man you believe you still are. Let me tell you about Neil. Neil is 73, widowed, slower than he used to be, but still curious, still open, still willing to try. When we first met, he said, Doc, I feel like I'm fading. He wasn't sick. He wasn't broken, but he'd lost the spark. That quiet confidence, the willingness to engage. We didn't start with fancy supplements or exercise plans. We started with breakfast, one smoothie, a few squares of dark chocolate, half an avocado, a cup of Greek yogurt, a splash of pomegranate juice. Day after day, he showed up. Some days he didn't feel like it. Some days he was late, but he kept going. By week 3, he called me and said, something's different. I'm waking up before my alarm. I'm walking further. I laughed out loud at a TV show the other night. First time in months. And my favorite part? He ended that call with 5 words I'll never forget. I feel like me again. That's what this is about. Not perfection. Not six-pack abs. not chasing youth. It's about feeling like yourself again, the version that moves with ease, thinks clearly, and still gets a glimmer in your eye when you wake up in the morning. And yes, that includes a version of you who feels confident in the bedroom, too. You're not too old. You're not too far gone. You're not stuck. You just need the right system and the right support. Let's build that system now. Here's how to structure a circulation-boosting breakfast routine. Simple, flexible, and effective. Step 1. Choose a foundation of greens or probiotics. Spinach, arugula, or other nitrate-rich greens. Blend it into a smoothie or sautéed with eggs. Or, if greens aren't your thing, go for Greek yogurt or kefir to give your gut the support it needs to produce nitric oxide. Step 2. Add a fruit with polyphenol. Berries are your go-to. Blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, all high in anthocyanins, which strengthen your blood vessels. You can also use pomegranate juice here. Just 4 ounces is enough to start. Step 3. Include healthy fats. Avocado, walnuts, chia seeds, flaxseed. A small portion goes a long way in boosting vitamin absorption and helping you feel steady all morning. Step 4. Top it off with a circulation enhancer. 2 squares of dark chocolate, a sprinkle of cocoa nibs, even a little green tea. These additions activate nitric oxide, fight inflammation, and create that sense of warm, steady energy you've been missing. Put it all together, and you've built a breakfast that supports your heart, fuels your brain, restores confidence, enhances blood flow to every area that matters. Now, let's talk about commitment. Because this won't work if you only do it once a week. Your body is built on habit, not hype. So I recommend this. Try it for 10 days. Just 10 days. No pressure to be perfect. Just commit to starting your mornings with intention and with foods that build you up. You don't have to change lunch or dinner right away. You don't need to go vegan or keto. You just need to own your morning. If you mess up a day, no shame. Just get back to it the next morning. One of the best mindset shifts you can make is this: progress, not perfection. Every day you show up, you're stacking small wins. And those small wins become momentum. And that momentum becomes your new normal. I've seen it happen again and again. A man who thought he was done suddenly finds a spark. A man who thought he'd never feel good again starts smiling after breakfast. A man who gave up on intimacy starts feeling warmth, desire, and possibility again. And it all started with a few small choices at the breakfast table. Let's recap the key foods in your arsenal. Spinach, nitrate powerhouse. Greek yogurt, probiotic and protein rich. Berries, antioxidant champions. Avocado, healthy fat and potassium source. Dark chocolate, nitric oxide booster. Pomegranate juice, circulation multiplier. Together, these foods don't just add up. They amplify each other. That's food synergy. That's how healing works. It's not one magic bullet. It's a series of smart, kind, supportive actions that create a better reality, slowly but surely. So here's my challenge to you. Start tomorrow. Prepare your ingredients tonight. Lay out the blender. Buy a ripe avocado. Freeze some berries. Then wake up and feed yourself like someone who matters. Because you do. You're still here. Still breathing. Still capable of building the best chapter of your life. You don't need permission. You don't need to wait. You just need to start. Before we wrap up, I want you to imagine this. You, 30 days from now, you wake up without groaning. Your legs feel lighter. Your mind is sharper. Your confidence is stronger. You're walking taller, smiling more, feeling like yourself again. That version of you, he's not a fantasy. He's a result of small, daily actions, starting with breakfast. If this series helped you, drop a comment that says, "I'm committed." Let me know what changes you're making. What food are you adding tomorrow? What are you giving up? And if you want more real, honest, no-hype health guidance for men over 60, subscribe to this channel. This is Harmonic Health, where we talk like men, learn like brothers, and grow together, one day, one meal, one choice at a time. You're never too old. You're never too far behind. You're right on time. Let's go.